But I think 7 and 8 kind of go together, which is check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I know that's like a thing from the 80s or whatever, but I actually say that to myself.
Yeah.
And I have for a long time.
That's your boom.
It kind of is. But the turn inward and check yourself before you wreck it. Like, I forget where I got that from. It's like Sesame Street or something when I was a kid. Like somebody, electric company. I don't know what show. I'm dating myself, but like, I don't know where it came from, but like, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I'm sure it was Yo MTV Raps.
Probably. But I actually kind of used that mantra, which was really interesting for the article. But like, just like, take a second. Because one thing we haven't talked about is how some people respond to fear. I mean, there's a whole different thing probably, but there's a certain type of person, and maybe I'm talking about men, but I think it can go for women too, because it doesn't have to be a physical display of something in terms of like a fight. A fight can also be an argument.
Yeah.
We're using that word. But sometimes when people feel fear, they respond in an aggressive way. Right? Kind of like a gorilla, like the gorilla, the silverback or whatever, is probably scared of you, but he's going to be aggressive to try to scare you away. You know, sometimes animals try to appear bigger.
Right.
They actually are, but they're really scared.
Yeah.
They will still bite you, like you have to kind of be aware of that. And that's something I've always kind of kept in the back of my mind. So that check yourself before you wreck yourself is like, why am I doing this? Like, just make sure that I have all the other things we've talked about kind of under control on some level.
Right.
Because I used to skate a lot in high school, and we'd drop in, and that's sort of a thing, because if you've never done that, if you stood on the top, on the lip there, and it's like the ramp could be like 6 feet, but there's another like 5.5 feet where your eyes are. You're not actually that high.
Yeah.
You're like twice as high as the ramp, usually the way your vision is. And you kind of have to take that into account. That's one of the things. So like, I always use that, I just found it interesting.
Yeah.
It was in here. I don't know if you use anything like that.
Well,
aside from your submarine painting.
I think it's that that kind of goes into that. I have like visions of me dropping into half pipe for the first time.
Did you die?
Oh God, I thought
Did it hurt?
I thought, yeah, it hurt. I thought I was gonna die for sure. Steven Heister, his dad built him. He had a construction company in elementary school, and his dad built him a half pipe. And it was like the first time I ever seen him. Like, oh shit,
we're gonna try this.
Yeah, like this is crazy. This is great. Yeah.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
It is that in particular is a crazy thing to do.
Yeah.
That's really nuts.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Yeah. So number 9, shift a stressed mindset to one of Stoke. I never say it like that. It's like a surfer thing, but so like, for example, if you are about to run your Spartan race, or you're about to step on the mats and spar, turn that fear into excitement for what you're about to do,
right?
And channel it. You know, I think a lot of people do that. You'll see a lot of like extreme sport athletes kind of utilize this method, and it works.
Yeah,
it can work. I mean, it depends on how big the objective is. Dropping in on a 5-6 foot half pipe is a lot different than one that's like 25 feet.
Exactly.
Tony Hawk size things.
Yeah. I've stood at the top of a mini mega.
Yeah, you've been to
Camp Woodward.
Woodward. Yeah, they've got some big ones, man.
Ooh,
they got that. Don't they have that big like 30-footer, whatever? Or
yeah, that's
they change it every year or whatever.
No, this is like, I think
it's like a permanent ramp.
Yeah, this is permanent. Is mini mega, so that means that there was bigger ones. I'm assuming.
I think mega is over 30.
Okay.
Or 24, whatever it is, whatever 3 or 4 sheets of plywood ones.
No matter what it is, looking straight down,
or maybe the width. I'm not sure if I remember.
Is fucking scary.
It's horrifying.
Even like not on a skateboard,
it's horrifying.
Not on a bike, not on a scooter.
I'm